Yeah, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Miss you, Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Missed you.
Alhamdulillah. Miss you too, brother. Everything is okay?
Can't complain. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Colonial Outcast. This is a breaking episode. In the past 24 hours, Israel has been started a bombing campaign on Gaza. Gaza health authorities report at least 404 killed and 560 injured. These are rough estimates, of course. They've targeted residential locations and even local hospitals, triage hospitals. Of course, Donald Trump is continuing the tradition of Biden's policy of giving Israel a blank check with the end goal of quote unquote getting the job done. We're having on Dr. Mohammed Altalla, who is an OR doctor at the al-Aqsa hospital, which is one of the few hospitals left standing in Gaza. We had him on earlier last year to talk about the horrific scenes he has to deal with in the OR and the ER, the dire conditions that they've had to deal with, the medical supply shortages, and how the medical staff is coping with the horror and things that no doctor on this planet has ever seen in our known lifetime. So, Dr. Atala, welcome back. I know you're going through a lot. I know you're going on minimal sleep right now. Can you please give us an update on what you're going through?
Okay. Thank you, brother, for this great opportunity. And I would like to tell you that since the 2 a.m. of the 18th March, we didn't sleep. We get up on the random uh, big sounds of airstrike at all Gaza Strip in the same minute. At that time, every person here in Gaza is afraid as the Israeli army announced again the war is return and come back. We Before the 18th of March, we have a hope of this ceasefire, but now everyone is fear as also the crossing is closed since the beginning of March, since the 2nd of March. So this is the 16th day of closing crossing. So no aid can enter, no goods can enter Gaza, and even the medical equipment and medical aids uh, doesn't allow to enter Gaza. So since the uh, 2 a.m. of 18 March till now. So we talk about 13 hours, more than 420 martyrs till now, and more than 550 injured uh, person till now. The hospital in Gaza is full of victims and full of injured people. So we are trying to do our best to manage these victims, and I just returned from the hospital and see the horrible state that are present at the Al-Aqsa hospital, and the other few hospitals that are working. They are working about 3 to 4 hospitals in all Gaza Strip, and the hospital is complaining of the shortage of medical staff. So till now, the quadcopter, the drones uh, are targeting a random target. No one can be safe in the street, in the tent, in the home, in the hospital, even in the shelters of school. So no one is safe now. So we are shocked about the war as it's coming back.
Uh, can you talk a little bit on which locations have been targeted so far? What are the main areas that have been targeted?
Yeah, okay. They target all Gaza Strip from the north till the south at the same minute. It like about 2 a.m. and 2 and 15 a.m. At the beginning of the day of the 18 March, about 30 targeting airstrike at the same minute. This remember us about the war that occurred at 2008. This is the same thing. They target about many aims targeting by airstrike at the same moment. Say so they target a lot of places from the north till the south, from even the middle, even the Gaza Strip, even Deir al-Balah, Khan Yunis, Rafah, Beit Lahia, Beit Hanun. All these areas are targeting at the same moment at the beginning of 18 March. So this lead to about 400 martyrs till now, and there is still martyrs under the rebel. The ambulance and the staff, the medical staff, trying to get these martyrs out from under the rebel.
And these strikes, they're specifically on civilians. Western media is trying to frame this as targeting members of Hamas, but we know obviously that's how they appease the Western conscience of saying that, oh, they're targeting Hamas and they're targeting com, army combatants, but we know that they're civilians. Is there any pattern that you were seeing of these target strike of these airstrikes? Like, is there any pattern on the targets? Is it groups of civilians that they see out in the open that they're sending in the strikes?
Okay. Uh, what I see in the hospital and what I see in the social media in the different area, even at Nasser Hospital or Baptist Hospital or Shifa Hospital, I see that the victims, most of them are from children and from women. So this is what's the main target victims who I manage at al-Aqsa Hospital, and what I see in the social media about the other hospital. The main target of victims are from the children and from the women. And when the first airstrike occurred at the beginning of 18 March, I try to have a look on the social media videos, shortcut videos, and see that most of the victims and most of the martyrs are from children. And at that time, I cannot handle my tear, so I don't know what the children do.
Yeah. So far at Al-Aqsa Hospital, you're seeing mostly women and children come in.
Yeah, most of them are from children and women. And there is a report regarding the Doctors Without Border, MSF, and other non-governmental organization reported that most of victims and most of martyrs are from the women and from children.
Your medical supplies are low, extremely low.
Sure.
What what is your biggest need as far as medical supplies? What are you the most short on?
Okay. Regarding the medical supply, we complain with the shortage. Even the basic medical supply, even the gauze, even the saline, even the wood, even the medical equipment, the surgical instrument that we use inside the surgical operation, and wires for orthopedic. We face a shortage in all medical supply, even the basic medical one. As I mentioned before, the crossing is closed since the beginning of March till now. So we talk about more than 2 weeks. And as you know, 2 million of people are present are here in Gaza. So we try to do our best and to serve uh, as much as we can for these patients and for these victims.
How are you doing that? How are you able to cope, you and your staff, with this shortage? What are you doing to improvise?
Okay, regarding the storage, there is a minimal storage medical equipment or medical instrument, but we try to have a collaboration with a non-governmental organization like MSF, like other Doctors Without Border, like other non-governmental hospital. They may have a storage, so we can collaborate with each other to handle this shortage of equipment, and we try to use the minimum amount of basic medical supply and basic medical equipment at each procedure. So I think in the next few days we may return to the same point and to the same point of doing surgeries without anesthesia. I think this will happen soon if crossing will not open in the next few days.
What message do you have to give to the Western audience who is being told that these strikes are military in nature as opposed to just simply genocide? What do you have to say to those people?
My message: you should look for whom you support. You support the Israeli army, and the Israeli army target mainly the children and the women. You can see that by the social media videos. If you don't have a report or something like this, you can see this in the social media. I think you should rethink again, and you should reevaluate the situation again to get a better decision to protect the human, to protect the children, to protect the women here in Gaza. So all of these are deserve a better life. All of these have a dreams. All of these have a goals and aims in their life. All of these have loved one who care about them. So I think you should and you have to reevaluate the situation again and to put a good decision and a correct decision to protect the humanity and to protect the children here in Gaza.
Doc, how have you been holding up emotionally after all this time? You look better than me. Uh I've gotten more ugly in this past year and you've gotten more handsome. How is that
Thank you.
possible?
Thank you. Thank you. You make me laugh since the beginning of the day. So thanks from the heart. Yeah, I would like to tell you that we got used to this sad situation we have in war like more than 1.5 year, and we try to insert the hope and to insert the happiness inside everyone we face and everyone we meet. So if we try to be upset and try to be sad with a sad emotion and facial expression, so we will give them a bad and a disappointed emotion and sad emotional. So we try to insert the happiness and we try to insert the hope inside everyone we meet, even the victim, even anyone, even doctor, nurse, anyone who we will meet them in our reality and in the street, in the home, in the hospital. So I'm trying to do my best. I think this is a second job that I can do to support the people psychological and emotional as much as I can.
What do they tell each other? How does the staff keep each other encouraged in the midst of so much death? With all the death surrounding you, how do you emotionally support each other? How do you physically support each other? What has worked and what has not worked?
Yeah, okay. I will tell you, some of us may cannot face this sad moment and who may go to the rooms, to go to the corridor to express his emotion, to cry or something like this, and he cannot handle his tear. So we try to minimize the load and minimize the bad emotion by encouraging each other that if we don't give them our services, who will care about them? Our care will save a life. So uh, the best thing you can do in your life to save a life, this will give you a high dose of happiness and a high dose of satisfaction. So this is the main goal, and this is the main motivation for us as a medical team. To save a life is meaning a lot for us. So we try to encourage, keep going, keep going. Don't don't give up, please don't give up. Keep going to save a life. This will be the most motivation factor for our work in Gaza Strip.
A lot of us here in the West, a lot of them are so devastated and they're depressed and they feel isolated. And as they had a little bit of hope when the ceasefire came because we knew that there is relief for the Gazan people. But with this new bombing campaign of civilians by Israel, they're we're set back, and a lot of Americans are losing their encouragement. What do you have to say to them?
No, 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 no. I wouldn't like from you to be disappointed. Please, uh, keep protesting, keep praying for us, keep encouraging us, even by word. Your word for us meaning a lot. So we have a hope by your presence. We have a hope by your words. We have a hope by your protesting. So every single word from you will mean for me will mean the word for me. So I suggest for them to keep praying and to keep encouraging us. This will encourage us, and this will insert a hope inside our heart. So thank you for everything you did and you are doing for us. Thank you again, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thanks, Doctor. When the ceasefire
Yeah.
started, right? Was there any type of relief that it gave to the medical system? Was there anything that you were able to resupply on in between before this latest bombing campaign?
There is, but it's a minimal amount. There is, but it's a minimal
Yeah.
amount. Yeah, and they don't allow for like radiological instrument like MRI machine or CT scan machine, as no MRI or no CT scan is available in all Gaza Strip, or even a few CT scan, one or two in all Gaza Strip, but no MRI machine in all Gaza Strip, as the Israeli army destroyed the one that was present in Ashifa hospital. So they don't allow for the main medical instrument to be entered to Gaza Strip. They just allow for a few basic medical supplements. So we don't need these basic. Okay, we need them, but we don't need them as our priority. Our priority is the main surgical instrument, is the MRI machine, is a CT scan machine. So they allow for medical supplement to enter, but in a little amount, not our desired amount.
Um, the last night, yesterday, Israel bombed a medical triage tent hospital. Correct?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Israel yesterday. Israel bombed a medical triage tent
Yeah,
hospital. Correct?
that's right.
Can you tell me more about that situation from what you've heard on the ground?
Okay, I would like to tell you that the hospital don't have the right to not be targeted. They target any hospital, they target any medical point, they target any clinic. So the hospital lose its right, lose its value, lose its value. So they target the hospital, they target any hospital, they target any medical point, they target any triage system, they target anything that related to the medical services here in Gaza. They try to destroy the medical building, the building that give the people here the medical services. So they try to uh, they try to minimize the medical services here in Gaza by targeting the hospital, by targeting the doctors, by targeting the medical team. So the medical the hospital and the Ministry of Health lose or miss its right to not be targeted. So this is the situation on the ground. Uh, I remember before the ceasefire, 1 month ago, before the ceasefire, like at the beginning of January, I was with my student at the 6th year of the Faculty of Medicine. We have a session inside the Al-Aqsa hospital, and they target Al-Aqsa hospital while we are inside the hospital, and the student was in a very bad situation. So they target anything in Gaza.
Al-Aqsa Hospital took some damage last year, correct?
That's right.
What was the end result of that? Did they get repairs done? Did they continue to target it? Is it still functioning at least to
Okay.
some capacity?
Yeah, Al-Aqsa Hospital is still functioning, but the area that was targeted last year or at the beginning of this year, Al-Aqsa Hospital administration tried to rebuild a caravan for inpatient department to be like for internal medicine inpatient department. So they tried to rebuild it again, and till now, Al-Aqsa Hospital is functioning to provide the medical services for the people who live in the middle area.
Besides the bombing, are they using drones, quadcopters
For
with the
sure,
machine guns?
for
If
sure. Drones and quadcopter didn't or don't leave the sky of Gaza. They are present 24 hours per day, and they may target anyone, and they have gun to target by their gun anyone in the street, or they have a random target, and it's not allowed for you to move at night. So the movement at night is too dangerous, and even in the daytime, it's too dangerous because you don't know beside who you walk, or beside which building, or beside which car you are present. So they may target anyone in the street, they may target any building, they may target any car in this and transport machine. You may be in the street and may be targeting at the same point. So no safety, and you miss even the basic right for you to live in this world.
how many children have you seen with bullets in them in the past month?
Sorry.
How many children with bullets in their bodies have you seen in the past month?
Okay, I can give you a percentage. Okay, a percentage of how many martyrs, or how many victims that I have seen regarding this old war. I think maybe over 50%. So more than 50% of victims, even injured or martyrs, they are from children.
Yeah, yeah. If for anybody, for anybody in America who has doubts that they are targeting children, right? Because remember, CNN, Fox News, Newsmax, MSNBC, The Guardian, the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, they are framing this still as a war, that they are targeting military targets, enemy combatants. What do you have to say to those Americans still stuck in that illusion?
Okay. Uh, as I am a doctor and I'm talking on behalf of the medical team here in Gaza, or I think you should search and look for about the truth by your eyes. I think you can look for videos and look for reports from non-governmental organization and United Nations offices, and the United Nations report, and the human rights report, and the medical team report. So you can look for about these report, even if they are written or they are video taking, and you can see the truth by your eyes, and you will believe that our words and our opinion, and what the messages that we transfer to the world is the truth, and it's the most correct message. So you can get the truth and get the correct message from these reports and from these videos.
Next question, Doc. A few more, I promise. I'll let you go.
Okay.
For people who think that Trump is any different for Gaza than Biden, or anybody who thinks that Trump is any different from Biden in its policy towards giving our taxpayer money to murder Palestinians, what do you have to say to them?
Okay, regarding the Trump policy, I at the beginning, we respect his decision that he want to stop the war. But after that, he would like to make us a refugee in other countries, and he tried to enforce us to leave Gaza. So how he do that? And again, the Israeli army airstrike, and the Israeli army announced yesterday that they have the approval from the United States for this airstrike at the beginning of 18th March. So all of what happening now is undertaking and have the approval from the U.S. government. So till now, we don't have any US funds or any US aids for Gazan people. And to know when the Trump have the place of have the president in place, I think at the January or something like this, he stopped all the fund from the USAID fund for all a project that were in Gaza Strip during the war. So they stopped the funds for example, the IMC Field Hospital, which is American hospital related to the International Medical Corps. So he tried to minimize or stop all the funds that come from the US aid to a project that hold here in Gaza.
while still giving our taxpayer money to Israel for bombs.
For sure.
So
Yeah,
he's not saving me any taxpayer money. He's
for
actually giving
sure.
more. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just saving me taxpayer money when it comes to helping actual people and doing good.
that's
Um,
right.
Doctor, per our tradition, as always, like we always do, we're gonna take a break from the reality right now and talk about the Quran. Tell me the verse that you have been reading lately that has kept giving you courage and has given you motivation.
Yeah, as you know, we are in Ramadan, blessed Ramadan month. So every day I have to read juz from the Quran, and now I'm at the 18th juz. So every day I have to read about 20 pages from Quran, and every single word from the Quran is have a great meaning to me. So really, I we have like satisfaction from the Quran, from the surah, from the ayat that Allah tried to insert the hope inside our hearts and inside our lives. So uh, I hope I hope the war and the ceasefire detained as soon as possible. As you know, more than 400 are martyrs now, and I feel that what they do to be killed in just 1 second, they were sleeping and they are targeting by the Israeli planes and the quadcopter and the drones. So we need this blood to be stopped. We need the ceasefire. We need we need from the world, from the population to stand with us more and more, to protest, to raise our voice as we are a human and we have a hopes, we have our life before this war, and we have a goals and we have a future. Personally, I have my personal future, and I have a hope when the ceasefire started that the crossing will open, and I can start it and my training program in surgery to be a great surgeon one day. But again, inside my heart, I'm disappointed from this war. But I didn't or I don't try to express this bad feeling to the world and to the people around me. But inside me, I'm disappointed because I miss and I lose my future. And may I be a martyr, or maybe be killed in any time or in any minute because no one is safe now, and we return to the bad first point.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the greatest lesson you're learning from this Ramadan? Ramadan is supposed to be a month of clarity for the soul. What clarity have you found this Ramadan?
The the great lesson that I learned from this Ramadan is to help as much as you can, to help anyone in need by anything you may provide for him, even emotionally, even financially, even psychologically, even by a smile. So help as much as you can. This is the great lesson that I learned from Ramadan in this world and in this bad time.
All right, Doc. I know it's time for you to go.
Thank you,
Barak,
and
Barak Allah Fik and Ramadan Mubarak.
thank you, brother.
Hey, give me your
And
fist. Your fist. Right here.
thank you, thank you, brother, and hope
Love you,
to meet
brother.
you in a good time, and hope to meet in person, and hope this is further retained as soon as possible. And thank you for your follower. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Love you, Doc. Hopefully, we'll have you on
Love
soon.
you.
I'm going to end the recording right now.
Okay. Thank you.